Alright, this is the Fried Man himself coming with a new unboxing video, and it is the iUnik case that will fit the RCA 11 Pro. So let me cut this open and see what's in the box. Okay, the box came and it had this bubble protectant. This is the actual case itself, and I also ordered the D-Max Armor anti-glare and anti-fingerprint screen protector. Usually not a fan of these screen protectors because I can hardly ever install them, it seems, without getting bubbles up underneath them, but we will see how that will play out a little later. Right now, I want to focus primarily on this iUnik case and just see how it works. Looking at the case, it is a very attractive looking case, I gotta say. And on the front, it has iUnik. And I see it's got this magnetic closure, and the back has slots for the speaker, and it looks like it has the cutouts for the camera and the the micro SD card slot, and we'll see what else that matches up to. And this here appears to be, if you had it just in the tablet in it by itself, that's like a fastener to use it as a stand. I don't know that I'll really be using this case so much for a stand as I will be just to protect the case. I'm also curious to see how the case, if it's possible to attach and reattach the keyboard without having to take the tablet itself in and out of this thing. So we will see how that plays out. It also came with a stylus pen, and it's got a holder, it looks like, on top for the stylus pen. Okay, I was able to get the tablet in the case. This is what it looks like closed. It's like a nice little briefcase type of a thing. There are no handles or anything on it, but it is quite attractive. I was able to get the tablet in, and now closed, it doesn't look like the hole quite lines up perfectly to the camera. That's closed. That's while it's closed. So it doesn't quite match up, but you have access to the power button, and let's see, I'm not quite sure what that is for, but it lines up, and of course you have access to all the ports along the top. Now what I'll do is open it up and see how it looks when you open up the case. Okay, show you all what it looks like open. Okay, and so that's what it looks like open. Now I want to go around to the back just to see whether or not the holes line up for the camera. It's still a little off. Not that you would really use a tablet for taking photographs with a rear cam anyway, but that is a little annoying that it doesn't quite match up proper to the camera. And then I'm going to have to take it apart just to see what this other hole is for. But anyway, it sits in there pretty nicely. The holes all seem to match up pretty well, other than the camera hole. Okay, this is the case when you have it folded up so you can prop it up as a stand. Taking the keyboard on and off isn't that difficult to do, but if you want to take the tablet itself in and out of the case, the actual tablet to get in and out of this case is a pain in the ass. Very, very difficult to do. Not at all pleasant and trying to do. I'm also noticing that when standing up, the front facing cam is covered up and or partially covered, and that's not good. That definitely is subtracting brownie points for me, because the front facing cam I use pretty regularly with Skype and with you know, but maybe if you stand it up this way you can slide the tablet some. Yeah, that's not that big of a deal if you're in portrait mode, but in landscape mode your camera is gonna be covered up partially. But in portrait mode, if you stand it up tall like that, you should be okay. So yeah, but once it's in the case, back behind here, and you see that it's completely, completely encased, and it's held in place with a Velcro strip. And to get your fingers behind the case and the Velcro strip is just very, very difficult. So I do not like that aspect of this case at all. Now when the keyboard is in place and you have this leather tucked down tight enough, the camera itself is not covered up. So it just depends on whether or not you have your keyboard attached or not as to whether or not the camera is covered up by the stand. But with the keyboard attached, it's very nice, and you know, it works really good. The keyboard works really good. It very attractive case, I think. It's got some setbacks, obviously, with the tablet being very difficult to take in and out of the case. If you just want the case, you know, but to use the case by itself, but everything matches up okay, except, like I said, for the, you know, it covers up the camera in the back partially, and that's the reset button over there. You can't get to that reset button at all. So those are the only flaws to this case. I'm going to do one more thing. I was wanting to see if I could, you know, the 11 Maven Pro, one of the selling points of this tablet is you can reattach and detach the keyboard, and you're able to use it in tent mode, you know, as a stand. And I much prefer using it in stand, you know, tent mode without the case, as opposed to detaching the keyboard and using the case as a stand. But especially since it's so hard to get the case off of the tablet itself, but so it kind of restricts what you can do. But again, if you're looking, if temp mode isn't all that important to you, and you never plan on taking the keyboard off, then this is a perfect case. But if you want to separate the detachable keyboard and use this case as a stand, like I said, it will cover up your front-facing camera, and that's a big setback. So, was it worth $19, $20? No, I don't think so. But it'll do a good job protecting your case, and that's my opinion on the iUnik case for the RCA 11 Maven Pro. And for anyone interested, I was able to attach the D-Max Armor anti-glare and anti-fingerprint screen protector after a little bit of patience and everything, pretty much bubble free. So there you have it. That's my unboxing and review of the iUnik case for the RCA 11 Maven Pro.